Hi, I'm Jan Brown, and welcome to the Focus Lounge. If you've been focused on manifesting millions, but what's showing up is looking more like thousands, stay with me to find out why you're still doing it right. We're going to talk about something you're in the middle of, what I like to call the becoming. How many of you are running into this? You ordered the penthouse, but what showed up were the keys to a timeshare. It's movement, but it's not quite what you had in mind. It's like the slow drip of manifestation. But listen, what if that timeshare is more luxurious than what you're accustomed to? Maybe ocean views, resort style amenities, an elevated level of comfort. It's a taste of the lifestyle you've been creating, a chance to visit that larger life for a little while. And that experience is acclimating you to living in it. Those not quite it manifestations are actually the primer that makes the bigger version possible. As something begins to start feeling more possible, you begin considering options in new light. That is the becoming. For example, investing may have once felt like something that was for other people, people who had money. But suddenly, you come across an opportunity that feels doable. Now, notice two things are happening at once. The opportunity has entered your awareness, and you can see yourself participating in it. That's important to note because before, your identity didn't include someone who saw themselves as an investor. Now, a new facet of your identity has come online. Most people misunderstand manifesting. They think it's like this. You want something, you focus on it long enough, and eventually it shows up. A+B equals C, right? But that equation really looks like this. A is where you are, C is what you want, and B is you becoming the person who can comfortably live in C. Let's say your C means living as a wealthy person who's totally financially free, maybe a property owner, an investor, someone with business savvy, multi-million dollar net worth, right? Nice lofty goal. But becoming that person doesn't happen all at once. It happens as you continue to focus on your goals. And then naturally, the new identity starts layering in bit by bit. Your confidence grows as you notice that you're moving in the direction of your desires. And that's what starts dissolving the limiting beliefs that made that life feel unattainable. Because chances are, if C arrived all at once, you'd still feel like an A person standing inside a C life, not really knowing how to handle it. It's like the Biggie song, Mo Money, Mo Problems, which was really based on the stress of sudden wealth. But if bit by bit you start catching yourself relating differently to things that once felt far away, you can start to feel that bigger version getting closer. Things that used to feel out of your league don't feel that way anymore. It's like living in a house that at first felt like a dream, and after a while, it just starts to feel like home. Or maybe the thought of owning multiple cars was unrealistic to you, and then one day you realize you already have two. This is where the elegance of universal timing really starts to make sense. The universe wants you to have the things you've been focused on. That's the way this whole experience was designed. But the things showing up first are the things you can currently hold energetically. Because in order to truly have what you want, you have to embody the person who can hold it energetically. That's what all these smaller realizations and not quite it are doing. They're a bridge so that C, the full version, starts becoming the next logical step. And instead of an impossible leap, it's kind of like, oh, yeah, it's that's tracking. And honestly, I can see how this is happening in my own life too. Earlier this year, when I committed to being a podcaster, my life started rearranging. First, my longtime job disappeared in such an unusual way that I had to sit up and take notice. I knew something was shifting. Suddenly, I found myself at a crossroads. Before, I would have considered opportunities based on top dollar for that skill set. But with my podcaster first identity now leading my decisions, I had to weigh them based on the money and whether they gave me enough time, energy, and mental space to continue building this. As I move through this experience of building the Focus Lounge, I'm showing up as someone responsible for delivering something meaningful. That means I'm paying close attention to what's worth talking about, editing scripts aggressively for more clarity and intention. I'm even waking up thinking about episode structure and listener experience before I'm fully awake. But being a podcaster is just the beginning of my goals for the Focus Lounge. That's how I know the process is working. The first part is already feeling natural. So when those not quite it manifestations show up, just understand that you're actually moving closer to your C. As you start recognizing the changes happening within you, you realize you're not the same version of yourself anymore. You're rewriting your blueprint with each new layer of the becoming. One day you realize you're no longer reaching for that version of yourself. You're embodying the life you once imagined. You're not visiting anymore. You live there now.